Hey there, I'm Zomfon and welcome back to the survival world. I may have been accidentally have AFK'd my creeper farm for about 3 hours, but at least I have a lot of gunpowder now. More than I'll probably need for a little while. That has nothing to do with this video. This video, I want to turn my attention on over to the village itself. See, in the past couple episodes, we've created the docks, and then we connected the docks up all the way to the village using these lovely fields and path. We even made ourselves a brand new set of farms that we can continue to use throughout the world as the world progresses. And really that just leaves a couple things to do here. One is filling out the rest of this area over here with potentially a little bit of a farming district, but I want to turn my attention to something that I've kind of neglected since I built it. This very awkwardly placed plaza off to the edge of the village itself. Now, originally, this plaza was meant to house my iron farm, and I was going to create like a little bit of an almost fortress of sorts over here, and well, after finding out the mechanics of the game and moving my iron farm to spawn, it's just kind of sat here unused, and I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to break it down and just leave this area untouched or if I wanted to continue it on. And as you can probably tell by all these shulker boxes, I've chosen to expand the village on into this section in hopes of finishing out any potential trades that I might need from villagers in the future. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing, and it's going to take a very, very long time to do said things, so we'd better get to it. Now, you probably saw in these boxes I have a lot of sandstone. I probably spent about 3 hours gathering this stuff because I didn't even have a full... This is basically what I had in my storage. So I needed more sandstone because, well, this place is made of a lot of sandstone. Anyways, to get started with this project, we're gonna need to clear a little bit of headway. It's just a very, very strange terrain, and we just need to make it look a little nicer. And I think that's gonna get it started. There might be a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done here and there as we continue along with actually planning things and then building things, but I remembered something that I wanted to do between the episodes, but then decided that I probably wanted to wait and do it with you guys. See, if we go into the church, you will see, well, I've moved my maps around, but we have episode 5 and where we were at episode 5, and then we have where we were at episode 12. We're on episode 27 currently, and before I do anything else, I want to put up another map. And there we go. That is officially pretty much everything that we've built in our starter area so far. I've left out, say, the slime farm and the cute little witch's hut off in that direction, and the quote-unquote industrial district and whatnot over in the other direction, but that hasn't really changed since I built it, so this works. But look at just the difference. Let's say here, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, but just look at the difference from episode 12 to episode 27 as of now. That's just... it's crazy. Keep in mind, this world is, like, I don't know, I would say about 6 months old. I did go off and do other things for a good few months in between these, so this is about like 6 months of work that I've done so far, and I am very happy with myself. Do I have? Yes, I do. I do indeed. Episode 27. That's not the right color sign, but it's fine. I think once we get the entire area completely done, we'll make one more final map for this area and figure out a place to put it. Maybe we'll build a map room just for that particular map. But until then, let's get back to work. So the original idea for this fountain was that the iron would come down and get picked up by one of these hoppers and come all the way up here and then dropped off into these chests. I want to use a very similar thought process, but with emeralds. And instead of a fountain, because this is a very not reliable design, I think I'm gonna make a wishing well instead. It's sad too because it's such a pretty design, and if it was just supposed to be a normal fountain and I didn't want it to have any kind of function, it would do well just as is, but it's supposed to have some kind of function, so it's Man, it's a little bit sad to see it all kind of torn apart, but you know what? You've got to destroy something to make something, and well, we've we've certainly destroyed something. Honestly, I was thinking that I could just kind of make the paths and make everything go from there, but honestly, I think the best thing to do in a situation like this, where you're not entirely sure exactly how you want to go about a situation, is just kind of, grab whatever blocks you're going to use for, mapping out the area and the things, and think on it as you build. For instance, I know right about here, I want to put something. I know I want to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I want it to be
not a little bit
sizable
here.
building.
The photographers aren't going to be selling paintings.
want
They're
it
going to
to
be
be
selling the maps to the new
a
trial ruins.
wide-based building. And I know that I'm going to want to make this
possible
into
to get a hold
some
of
kind of, well, the sort of brick retaining walls we have everywhere. I definitely want that to come through here. And maybe it'll dip a little bit into this wall right here. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of like stack up a couple buildings kind of like that. That could be cute. Well, it took a lot longer than expected, but this is, this is what we got. Oh, it took a while to get this down. A lot of breaking things and moving things around. I forgot how long it takes to plan out such a large footprint of stuff, and some of this I don't even really know what I'm going to be doing with it. If I could descend faster, please. The boxes have been moved, so they're out of the way. And we have this lovely little, I'm thinking planter boxes with some trees. I think that could look really nice. Leading you into this section where we're going to have our well right about here. And of course, if you look off in this direction and this direction, you can go straight into what I believe is going to be the bank, so to speak, where all of the emeralds are going to be kept. And what did I decide over here? Oh yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a library where I think we're gonna put some photographers. We're gonna hold out on placing the photographers though, because in 1.21 they're adding a bunch of new, I think it's like 15 new paintings. So I'm gonna make a friend. We're gonna put a bunch of toolsmiths, have like a toolsmith shop right here. We're gonna have a butcher shop where if we come in here, we're gonna have a nice area right here to maybe there's some items on display. Our butcher can hang out right here. And this can be the meat locker. I don't know why I want a butcher, but I would like a butcher. But with all these plans in place, I think we can start actually building. And I think to start, I want to start with our little butcher's house because I've already done a lot of block placing and I need a little bit of I need small thing. Small thing make brain go buzz and not buzz in overly bad way. So we're going to work on the butcher shop. Of course, in order to do this, I'm gonna need some stuff. Which means we're gonna need a little bit of birch, some spruce, and a fair amount of oak. That might do, but we'll take some more just in case. Oh, and of course, some acacia. We also probably need some copper. But I am running low on copper at the moment, so the wood parts it is B, and I can add in the copper later. Hmm. Oh my goodness, why don't you look at that? It's so cute coming in from this side. Oh my gosh. We got this funky little chimney out the back, so you know that they're cooking something up back here. We got a little bit of a workstation down here and some storage. I don't know what a butcher is storing outside, but they're storing it. Of course, over on this side, there's not really much going on. It's just a continuation of the roof into this little area, but I kind of like the shape of this roof. It's really nice. It's like a harsh line and then it goes out like that. I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, inside we have this nice little trapdoor to keep the guys inside because I don't want to mess up anything out behind the counter. But look at this! Got some lanterns for some light. We've got a display case for any of the meat that's up for sale. Some books that you can buy, like little cookbooks. And then we have some meat ready on the counter for packaging and, all packaged up and ready to go for, whoever bought it. Of course, you can't have a butcher without an actual butcher station. We've got some meat on the grill being cooked. That was something that I determined whether or not I actually wanted little bits of meat everywhere because I have mangrove and I haven't used it for anything and it looks suspiciously like meat. That's gonna haunt somebody's dreams looking at that now. Forgive me, but if we come back here to where they actually butcher the animals to sell, we've got some more hanging and getting ready to be cut up, along with a few pieces that have already been cut up in order to be packaged and sent out. Perhaps they keep some larger cuts for some customers, but not right now. Anyways, that is the butcher shop. I think it is absolutely adorable. I love this window. This window is just, I like it. I think that what would make this better is if I had have actually centered this middle bit, but you know what? It's okay. I like the imperfections. I'm gonna say that. You know, it's nothing in this town is 100% proportional or perfect, and I think I like that because it means I get to see the progress from the very first things that I've built in this town to, you know, more recent builds. And you know, there's definitely some stuff that even, you know, a year later now on this channel I could definitely learn. Commit to memory. I'm feeling a little bit nervous about this video now because it's taken me about an hour just to build this. But I'm gonna kind of choke that back a little bit, so to speak, and keep going because, you know, can't scare me off. Also, I don't think I'm going to put that there. It was cramming up against the building, and I really want you to be able to come around. I think this is going to be either a lamppost. I think a lamppost would be nice. But I want you to be able to come around that and see the building and not have a tree or something in the way and have to go all the way around the tree to go into the store. That's just not good design. But ramblings aside, I think the best course of action, since we've already taken quite a bit of time, is to do a little bit of a speed run starting over here with the butcher shop, working all the way around and then up the hill. So let's get to building. Hey, and there it is. There's a lot on the outside that I'm waiting for the final detailing stages of this area to do. For instance, I have decided that inside needs to be dirt, and so I need to make that make sense somehow. I wasn't really thinking about that, but anyway, we've got this nice little awning here using some mangrove wood, which is hard to come by, but it makes a nice little different pop of color that we don't have around here. We don't have any of that anywhere, so it's nice to fit that in somewhere. And then, of course, we've got all of this wood just kind of piled up, a wheel, because kind of in making this, I decided that this place doesn't really necessarily need a weapons or armor shop, simply because they're probably getting all their weapons and armor and whatnot from the city through the port, and what they really need is just a place for these good old farming folks, mostly, to get all the tools and stuff that they need in order to actually do all of this construction and stuff around them. So we've got some wagons, wheelbarrows, whatever you want to call them, up front. And on the inside, you can see they've got some wheels up on the wall, and it looks like they are in the process of actually building one of the wagons right here. What do you know? I have not put any of the villagers in, but there's room for, like, if I counted correctly, 18 villagers in here, which is going to take a lot of iron in order to actually be able to trade with them, but it's worth it for the emeralds. I'm realizing now I probably could just build a raid farm, but then I wouldn't have an excuse to build this really, really cool wagon shop. Now, going on with the theme, going around to the bank, this is one that I kind of want to be a little bit more attentive to, because we've got to prep this thing up properly to be able to receive emeralds once once the fountain and all of that is done. So I suppose I should grab some blocks and we should start building this up. And this is what we got going on so far. I think it's actually looking pretty good. It is now definitely not taller than this building right here. It's getting close, but I think it will be okay. It's just short enough. And honestly, I want it to be kind of not as big as this, but you know, it being taller than this bit right here, I think that's good because it's not so small that you're not gonna notice it. And trust me, if you're a bank, you want people to notice you. So I think this will get people to certainly notice said bank. Now, the inside is, well, empty and we don't have a roof. The thing about the roof is I'm not entirely sure what I want the roof to be. There we go! We've got a little bit of copper here that needs to age down. We've got this over here. We are going to have to get some more warped, what's it called? Warped fungus? Is it? Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more of that, but I honestly, I don't feel like wandering in the nether right now because it's very, very, very scary to me. I could have sworn that, well, I can tell you exactly where the warped fungus went, but anyway, I actually kind of like this. It might be a little bit tacky, but honestly, what prestigious looking bank doesn't look just insanely tacky? Tacky? Tacky. So I kind of like it. Now we just gotta think about a roof. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go with a neutral wood. You know, it's already very light. And honestly, it might be a little bit too same. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the andesite. I think the andesite, and then around, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I hate that I've spent all this time working with the sandstone, and I really wanted the cut sandstone to work, but it's just, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna, yeah, see, that's, the shape is so much easier to notice, especially from before. You don't have to be like right on top of it to see what it's supposed to look like. So despite my voice completely giving out on me, there is the bank. Oh my goodness, this has taken so long. It's taken forever. So, let me give you a little bit of a look around. You can kind of see the inner workings of the machine on this side. We've got a little bit of something else going on here in a giant shoulder mess. But if we come down through this lovely door right here, I probably, honestly, I forgot the door. So after far too long, we finally have the bank up and running, and I'm just now realizing that this isn't centered, but it can move. It's fine. Alright, so it is completely done now. You can kind of see in through the windows here just what we got going on the inside. Honestly, not completely sold on this particular building. I like the shape. I really do. But I'm not sold on the colors. And that's a lot of emeralds, by the way. That's a lot of emeralds. But if we come on inside, we have a lovely ATM, aka just an ender chest off to the side here to easily get a hold of one of these guys. I'm not sure why I thought this was a good idea, but we're here now. These are like nice little lock boxes. Yeah, nice little lock boxes for you to hold your goods. And over here, you can kind of, there's not much going on back here. Maybe I'll do a long play of just running around doing some minor decorating here and there, but it's fine. I like it. It's, once again, not really sold on the color palette, and I need to go into the Nether for some of that wart stuff, but it's nice. It fits in the area very nicely, and yeah. Now, as far as why this well is the way it is, you might have saw a little bit of a peek there. Let me grab some things real quick. Yeah, we can grab some glass here. So this is going to be the wishing well, all right? And the idea is that you can throw things into the well. If I can actually, like, there. And then there's a rail car system right there. If we press this button, there's a sticky piston that shoves that through, and then that mine cart's gonna come all the way through here, all the way through here, set up right here, wait here for everything to go through, and then all of the glass should be right there. It's backwards to what I originally wanted, but it's fine. Alright, it comes in back here. I'll just have to remember that. It's okay. Oop, nope, okay. I think with my indecisiveness as far as this building goes, I think that tells me that I need to take a little bit of a getaway from this whole area right here to do something else before I can continue on. Otherwise, I'm going to keep making decisions that I will be undecisive of, and then I'll end up creating an area that I'm not going to be happy about, and I'm going to have to tear down and fix later. So I think we need to call it here for this episode before I continue around and continue to make unfortunate decisions. Oh, I was really hoping to get it all done, but I've already spent about, and I think I calculated it, I've spent like 12 hours just on this little bit that we've done so far. Actually, it's not a little bit, it's quite a lot. But it needs to end. I need to do something else. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give me a like, maybe subscribe. I'm a little bit nervous about editing this one just simply because I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but it's so is what happens. Anyways, I hope you have a lovely day, and bye.